Hey, what's up, everybody? Now today I got some very special figures to go over. These are the prototype test shots of the new motuorigins cartoon Stratos and the new Extendar figure. Now some of y'all might be wondering why the hell they look like this. Why are they different colors? Why aren't they colored in? Well, the test shot figures are among the very first plastic figures to come from the steel molds. And the reason that they come out in all types of colors, they use any type of plastic they got sitting around just to print these bitches out, just to see how the figure will look. So this is the closest you're gonna get to what the figure will look like without all the details. They don't be putting all the little dates on it and nothing like that on the back, on the feet. This is what they're gonna look like. So I wanted to get these things. I got them off eBay, and they damn sure wasn't cheap, but I ain't mad at it. I wanted them. And besides getting them two, I ended up getting this Frogmonger right here. I know we got his ass last year, but I just like the way Frogmonger looks. I'm very impressed with this one. But it's these two right here that I'm mainly covering this video because they didn't come out yet. I've never personally owned a test shot figure before, so this is very special to me. Looking at the back of him right here, you can see how there ain't no dates on the back of his back. None of that shit like the other cartoon Filmation figures. Everything is just miscolored, mismatched. Whatever plastics they had sitting around, like I said, they made his ass, and with him, I believe they kept his ass translucent so they could be able to see how the parts work a little bit better. And I really appreciate that. It reminds me of that Art of Engineering Skeletor that came out a few years ago. That see-through one. Yeah, just like him. But you can see all up in the body. And we gonna break him down. But before we get to him, we're gonna start with Stratos. And right there in the face, you can see that it's a different face sculpt than the Origins version. And it damn sure don't look like the figure that's coming out. So maybe this was just a mix in the middle of something that they was experimenting with, which makes his ass very rare. So I'm glad to have it. But I like that face. I like how it has more detail in the head overall. The mouth part ain't as big. The beard looks a little bit more defined. Shit looks good. Right there with the wings, you can see with the cartoon version, they bigger and more sprawled out, not as many feathers. And then right there with the backpack, it's got less detail in it because it's the cartoon version. While the Origins version's got all little bells and whistles on it, all little feathers on the front. But I like the way the cartoon version looks. Right there, comparing him next to two other Filmation figures in that line. You can see he matches in pretty well with how they kept the details nice and simple. You know, with crackhead trap troll over there, his shit is simple. Same thing with the Skeletor. His ass is kind of freaked out. Look at that look on his face. I love that Skeletor face. But overall, I'm very satisfied with the choices they made. Because as you can see right there, they kept it very true to the cartoon Filmation version. And the head sculpt they picked on the new one is more accurate. But this one right here, I just love that it's different. It's a mix between the two, and I definitely take it. But that's it for this Stratos. It's time to move on to Extendar. Right here's the parts that extend his body, that make his ass grow. Just wanted to show you all that up close real quick. Right here, I want to show you how that shit looks with the pieces right off the arm. We got the two arm extensions sitting right there next to the fist and the leg extensions. And we about to grow his ass and show you all the different heights that his ass could get to. But first, we're going to start with the arms. And right there, he's got them extension arms. They don't pop out like the vintage version did. Vintage version went up in the body. I like it like this. Wasn't too hard to pop off. Went on pretty easy. And with his arms like this, it definitely gives him the second longest arms in the MOTU line. We got Squeeze as the winner, but with Extendar's Go-Go Gadget arms, he's doing just fine. Right there with the leg extensions on, makes his ass a little bit taller. The shit just clips in just like the arms do, and I'm glad they kept it like that. It makes it so you got that articulation in the legs and stuff like that. Doesn't mess up a thing. And his ass is pretty tall, but we can get him taller than this, folks. Right here, by simply extending the waist up, which it goes up in the body, and it clicks into place. You can see right there, it looks good. Hidden all up in the chest. It doesn't make it so you can take the legs off, but I'm fine with that. And then right there, you can extend the neck to bring that bitch up even taller, which I think makes him the tallest figure in the Origins line so far, but we're gonna compare that in a second. And there's that beautiful face, nice and see-through. When it gets color on the body, yeah, that shit'll be gold. Everything will look pretty nice, but for what it's worth, I'm glad to have a see-through figure. If I was to pick any figure in the line to have a see-through version, I would pick this one. Just because on how, just you know what I'm saying, the shit is just different. How they hit that shit in the body Right here, comparing the height difference between Krang, and then I got my super shredder I just made the other day. You can see that his ass is right there. Same size as that motherfucker, just with the ponytail, it don't matter. Extendar got him beat. And then right there, just standard deluxe big body figure, way taller than him. I love the way this looks. And if I was a betting man, I would say that he's gonna go for deluxe prices when he goes on Mattel Creations. He has to. Look at how big this motherfucker is. He's making shit. Screams deluxe version all day. At least $35. At least the same price as Lady Slither that came with the extra tail and shit. Now right there on the back of the body, you can see just how beautiful, how all the details all up in that body looks. You see how that neck extends in there? Nice and hidden. The head does swivel right there on the peg, so he does have a little bit of neck articulation, but that's about it. And I'm fine with that. Now right here, I wanted to take his arms off to put him on Drunk He-Man just so y'all can see how big and deluxe them big ass arms are. I gave him some monkey arms and shit. That shit is too big. Way too big for his ass. And then right there, I put them deluxe arms right there on Extendar. And you can see that shit matches up. He is a big-bodied figure, a chunky boy. Goddamn right he is. But I'm so glad they made him like that. We need more thick figures in the line that actually can move. But right there, with regular He-Man arms, it looks too puny. It don't look right. It looks like, all right, maybe if he had some armor on, you know what I'm saying, deck down some thick-ass armor. But I still prefer them thicker arms on that thick-ass body. Man, that shit looks good. But right here, I just wanted to show you all the arms compared next to each other. You can see it's got the normal hand, like the normal deluxe figure. It don't got that big-ass bulky hand as Krang. And then right there, just next to another deluxe arm, that is a deluxe arm all day. Right there from a side view, you can see just all the little details, all since it's invisible and shit. That shit looks so good. Look at that shit, folks. Extendar extended all the way up. But let's move on to the last figure real quick. We got Frogmonger. This motherfucker right here. This is one we got last year. But I had to grab the test shot version of this. I can't have enough Frogmongers in my life. And you can just see how, when they made his shit to put him in the mold for the first time, that they just used any bits of colors that they had just to make this shit. And that's a perfect example of a test shot figure. And then looking at the back once again, it helps me appreciate the detail that they put into the final product of a figure. But right there, folks, all three of them prototype test shot figures. And after going through all these figures right here, it really helped me appreciate everything that goes into making a figure in general. And seeing what they got coming up down the pipeline, getting these in hand for the first time. Oh, I'm excited. The line's got so much more to come. Mattel's always got some new ideas that they got flowing, and I am glad to go on for the ride. There it is, folks. Extendar coming to us later this year. I'm sure they're going to show his shit off all up in full detail coming later in March when they do them presentations. But as far as everything else goes, it's time for me to get up out of here. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you saw, do my ass a favor and drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It ain't gonna hurt you, is it? Come on now. Go ahead and hit the button. I know you have to hit the button. Hit that goddamn button, drop a like. All right, I'm out of here.